So I'm not
guys,
quite
I'm gonna quickly
with
put
it.
a top on.
So of course
Listen
I have
to
to
this
thank
while
everyone
you join me, okay,
for my
guys?
birthday wishes. I had a fantastic birthday. Thank you. So I'm 58. You guys, Team Elvis, Elvis fans around the world, just made my birthday very special, as well as my own family and my son, who took me for a steak dinner. Obviously, last night we all went for a big curry. My body, I only ate once yesterday. I just had the curry meal. Obviously, we had a starter and a dessert and all that. Just took my wife and my kids, and my body didn't like it. It sort of kept me up a little bit awake through the night because my body likes meat, eggs, fish, prawns, omelets. That's what my body's used to. So it wasn't happy, the fact that I had rice. My body doesn't like rice. Anyway, thank you so much. I feel all right now. I've had a few hours to sort of, back to normal. So, eggs and bacon is for me today. Right. Also, I'm on carnivore diet, keto diet. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. Rick, I love Rick. Frederick, he's one of us. He's Team Elvis. He always sends me fantastic information. He's a smart guy. When it comes to all of the court documents, the court proceedings, that I am completely useless at. Obviously, Presley Mania, Rhonda at Presley Mania, she's got it sussed when it comes to lawsuits, divorce documents, any kind of documents. It isn't my thing. I was sort of waiting a bit. I'd heard that Priscilla had won a round against Brigitte Kruse. And this happened, I think, a few days ago. I think it might have happened on the 9th, yeah? 9th of July. I'm just making coffee. I just thought I'd play the intro. We are going to go through, when I read out the lawsuit stuff, the latest, the update, what the judge ordered. The judge cancelled everything, didn't he? Is it calling it? Ordered a stay. We're going to go through it, but this time live so that we can talk about it. I also want to see if I can quickly give you guys an update on, not on the latest, but just generally an overall description of what has gone on from day one, because there are people that are joining our channel that have no idea what's going on with Priscilla and Brigitte Kruse, what has gone on about the 2 lawsuits and all the different ins and outs on this. So I just want to make this very clear to everyone. I don't want Priscilla to win. I'm not playing this video saying Priscilla Presley wins in celebration. I'm actually disappointed and don't want Priscilla to win. I also want to add that I don't want Brigitte to win either. I actually think they've both done wrong. But if I had to choose, if I had no choice and had to choose someone, I would choose Brigitte. Yeah? But it's not something I want because I actually think both of them are in the wrong. Frederick, good timing, mate, because we talk about you at the beginning of this video. Frederick is the reason we're doing this live stream. Frederick sent me the link so that I could log in and get these details. So I'm just going to play a few more minutes of this. We're going to play quite a lot of this video that we did this morning. Many of you joined me. We've just been for a long walk, well over half an hour. So we've already been through this, but it is fascinating, guys. I thought it was going to be a bit boring. This is why I normally leave things like this to Rhonda at Presley Mania. But actually, surprisingly, I found it fascinating. Really enjoyed it. So, yeah, Tony's just joined us. Tony, your mug has just come through the post. Tony has been so kind to me. Tony has sent me a few things, quite a few things. I love it. And it's got a picture of a pink Cadillac in it. Come on. What's not to like? I love it. Let's put it here. So anyway, let it play a couple of minutes. This will thank Frederick as well. Because Frederick is so good to me. He's the biggest fan ever of Riley and Finley and Harper. I love that. And Lisa Marie. And Benjamin. But he's also bloody good at all this kind of stuff. Court documents, divorce settlements, past legal disputes, lawsuits, all that stuff. So Frederick is a big help to me. Frederick, I really do appreciate how you helped me. It means a lot to me. Frederick is about to go on a month-long pure happiness trip. That's what I call it. Right, let's press play. In Orange County, is that it? Is that what it's called? Orange County Clerk. So I'm just looking at the document here. So Rick messages me. I had a message before that as well. Oh, I know. I watched Rhonda do a short, which I think I've played. We could get that up quickly, couldn't we? Let me just quickly play it. So I was sort of holding off a bit for Rhonda because she's just good at it. It's her thing. It hasn't come up, but then what happened was when I woke up this morning, Frederick, one of us, Team L, was sending me stuff. He explained to me how to log in to Orange County court records. He sent me the link as well, so he's put a lot of time into this, and he sent me a comment that I'm going to read out. I can quickly read it, actually. I'm so grateful to Rick. Rick has been very helpful to me. Now, just so you know, on another thing, he is an expert on Riley, Q, Danielle, Finley, and Harper. He really does know Riley Q's history in detail, all of her movies, her whole life from childhood. He is a Riley Q. Her real name's Danielle. He's an expert on Riley, Finley, and Harper. So, and he really admires Riley as well. I can tell that. So he's a great source of information to me concerning Riley. I'm a big fan of Riley, a massive fan of Riley, just like Frederick is. And Frederick has been really good to me. He's helped me many times, Frederick. He does understand these documents. He'd explained them to me in detail many times, not just concerning Brigitte Kruse, all the elder abuse, all that, the stuff that's going on between Priscilla and Brigitte. He explains all of the lawsuits to me concerning Priscilla, going way back, even going way back to Bob Silliman when they sold off 85% of Greystones. He explained to me the Barry Siegel stuff. So Barry Siegel was Lisa Marie's manager. He seems to have been like that with Priscilla, and there was lawsuits then. Lisa Marie sued Barry Siegel. Barry Siegel allegedly wasted 40-odd million of Lisa Marie's inheritance. Part of it was by investing in American Idol, but many more things than that. So Frederick, Team Elvis, has explained that to me in detail quite a few times. He's been excellent. Frederick really is good at this kind of stuff. So I appreciate your help, Frederick. You've been excellent. Frederick is about to go on a month-long trip to different places. Cyprus, London, Devon. He's going to be having the time of his life for the next 30-odd days. So he's very lucky, and I'm sure he's very excited. Anyway, so he explained to me how to log in. It took me a while. Eventually, I managed to work out that I was getting the dates wrong. And so I did manage to log in. So he sent me this message. For me, it was the middle of the night. So it says, "Hey, Louis, Priscilla has just had a big court victory. The judge in the Florida case where Brigitte Kruse sued Priscilla in 2023 just halted all proceedings until the California elder abuse case is concluded." So there's two cases, isn't there, guys? I'll try and read them off. I'll try and read off the basics. But the original lawsuit was Brigitte Kruse saying she was owed money because Priscilla had signed loads of agreements. Obviously, we played the video footage that I think was leaked, showing Priscilla with Brigitte Kruse. There's a so-called impartial lawyer, which didn't seem very impartial to me, just an opinion. I don't think that should have been out there. Was it in the Rolling Stone magazine? Was that where it was leaked? Right, guys, it's going to be a bit of me talking and a bit of listening to this, yeah? Because I think I've done a lot of the hard work in that video there. I'm really pleased with what we did this morning. So I don't really want to mess with it. So I'd rather play some of that and then we interact and me add some bits in. I was nervous about reading it out, guys, because it's not my thing. I left school at 15. I'm not that confident about reading. But I actually thought it was going to be boring, but in the end I found it fascinating and I really liked it. I do think I got my message across. So what we did, this is what I decided. After the video was finished, I thought I'm going to upload this live and we're going to interact on it. It's a beautiful sunny day in the UK. Thanks to Angie for sending me a coffee. Thanks to Tony for sending me another gift today. All of you have just been silly kind to me. I love it when you guys get me a coffee. So thank you so much. Butter coffee all the way, guys. You know, you got to blend it with an electric blender. Butter coffee. It's just water, coffee, milk, butter, blended, and then you froth up the milk. You can do that in the microwave or boil it up. Give it a good whisk, and you've got a lovely butter coffee. It will stop you feeling hungry all the time. Yeah, if you're binging all day, if you're snacking all day, butter coffee stops that. And butter is good for you guys. You'll be surprised how nice it tastes when you blend it. Anyway, I know Tony's doing really well. She's lost 6 pounds. Tony's back on carnivore diet. She's lost 6 pounds. Well done, Tony. Very proud of you. Right, so I'm going to keep going with this. Now, I want to show the first page and the last page that the bottom line is the case has been stayed, cancelled for now. For now. The other case is going to carry on. Yeah? Now, the outcome of the other case will then have a knock-on effect on this case. So, can I just say something? When we were on the drive, I just want to get your comments up. When we were on the, not drive, the walk. Let me just, hang on a minute, let me get it back up. 1 second. When we were just now on a walk, so hang on a minute. So, I was listening to all your comments. One of the things that stood out to me, and I agree, that many of you were saying is that no one should win. No one should win. That they're both in the wrong. Who said it first? Deborah was one of them that said it. Oh no, Pat. Pat kept saying it. I straight away thought, and I think Emily was saying it as well. I thought, yeah, it's true, isn't it, guys? No one should win. Let me just I want to get your comments up so I can read your comments, guys. So, someone sent me a coffee. All right. Someone sent me a coffee. Thanks, Pat. Guys, I love it when you buy me coffee. Pat, you're so kind. Thank you so much. But the thing that that stood out to me. Hi, Jamie. How are you going? Jamie in Southern West Virginia. Welcome to Team Elves. Jamie, you've been on loads of times, haven't you, Jamie? I'm sure you have. Hi, Jeanette. Hope you're well. Hi, Jen and Teresa and all you guys. Angie, Tony, Frederick. Obviously, Frederick is why we're here. Frederick is the reason we're doing this lawsuit. Pat, Emma. I'm just trying to quickly get all your names in. You know, I'm always going to miss Larry. Cheeky Larry. That's what I call you, Larry. Right. And Deborah, of course. So, Lorraine's with us. When it comes to Priscilla, evidence is ignored. The child, bride, lie, birth certificate, widow, divorce papers, saving grace and document. Lorraine, we're not going to do a massive speech on Priscilla. We are here for the lawsuit. But Lorraine, we love you. We love you. Right. And I hope you're feeling better because Lorraine's had a few days. She wasn't very well. So the bottom line is, guys, none of us want Priscilla to win. None of us want Brigitte Kruse to win. If I had to choose someone, I would choose Brigitte because she is less of the two. You know what I mean? Now, this is the problem. I 100% believe that Priscilla just changed her mind. Seriously, guys, I believe Priscilla just changed her mind. I think she signed all these contracts. I do think that the video was leaked showing the signing. I think that did upset the court, the judge. Of course it did. I do think Brigitte Kruse thought it was going to work in her favour. Possibly, allegedly, just for entertainment purposes, just an opinion, not a fact, leaking that video. I actually think Brigitte has been doing things to try and help her lawsuit. 2 lawsuits now, of course, because we've got the elder abuse from Priscilla. I don't think it's worked out for Brigitte. Brigitte Kruse, in case you join our show, I don't dislike you, Brigitte, but we as fans have strong views. If I had to pick someone to win, I would pick Brigitte. But you, the Elvis fans, Team Elvis as well, we don't want anyone to win. We don't want anyone to win. As Pat says, you both had your fingers in the cookie jar. You both had your fingers in the cookie jar. So, come on, did either of you care about Lisa Marie's feelings? I know she had passed away. Riley's feelings, Danielle, Riley Q, Lisa Marie's daughter, Elvis's granddaughter. Finley and Harper, who were just children, 14 probably then, maybe even 13. Did any of you care about their feelings when you are literally, first of all, trying to seize power? Because in the beginning, Priscilla wanted to seize power. Amy Collett, our researcher, gave me proof that Priscilla was originally trying to revert the trust back to 2016, I think, before 2006. Actually, she may have said 2010, where Priscilla would still had power. Did any of you care? After poor Lisa Marie lost her life, God rest her soul, we miss her. We want justice. Remember, we will always say we want justice for Lisa Marie. The alleged abuse that she suffered. We have to say alleged. From Michael Edwards, allegedly. Just an opinion, not a fact. Did any of you care about poor Lisa Marie's feelings up in heaven? Brigitte Kruse, Priscilla Presley, did any of you care about poor Lisa Marie's feelings? Poor Riley Q, who had just lost her mother. Finley and Harper lost her mother. When Priscilla was trying to regain power, claiming that the amendment to the trust was fraud, the signature, that she wasn't notified, other things like that. When all Lisa Marie wanted was her kids to have her inheritance. Remember, allegedly, Brigitte Kruse, Barry Siegel and Priscilla completely ripped off Lisa Marie and wasted an absolute fortune in investments like American Idol. Allegedly, Priscilla was heavily involved in that. Only allegedly, only opinion, not a fact, with Barry Siegel. Barry Siegel and Priscilla are still friends. Barry Siegel allegedly brokered the deal to make the Priscilla film. Sofia Coppola's Priscilla film. Remember, Lisa Marie never wanted that film made, was completely against that film, had emailed Sofia Coppola, behind the scenes allegedly was arguing with her mother, Priscilla, about the making of that film because it very badly portrayed her father. And Priscilla went ahead with it anyway, even becoming co-producer. Everything I'm saying is alleged for entertainment purposes, just a discussion. All my shows are discussions. But you get what I'm saying, guys? So, because of all these circumstances, we the fans, we don't want either one of you to win. None of you cared about Riley, Finley and Harper's feelings. When it was negotiated behind the scenes with Riley Q to give Priscilla $1 million to pay her fees, her lawyer fees, her legal costs, to allow her to be buried in the meditation garden if it's possible, and a few other things. Did you care? Did Priscilla care? Did Brigitte Kruse care about the feelings of Riley, Finney and Harper when they handed her $1 million 400 grand in fees. You didn't care. This is the problem we've got with Brigitte Kruse and Priscilla. And unfortunately, Brigitte Kruse, when you were helping Priscilla as power of attorney, yeah? Is it attorney at law? Is that what they call it? You didn't care. You weren't doing good for the Elvis fans. You weren't doing good for Riley, Finley and Harper. You were trying to put more money in Priscilla's pockets. You were trying to undo Lisa Marie's wishes that she had when she amended the trust, which obviously was a very valuable trust because it affected the massive insurance policy that some say Priscilla didn't know about. The insurance policy, it was worth a fortune. I think it's worth $25 million. So this is our problem with you, Brigitte. Yeah, I actually like you. I think you're quite likable. I think you're very respectful. You're a family woman. I know you're going through hell. I know that this is the life-changing thing that's happening for you with this lawsuit. You're having a very bad day because of what the judge has ordered. I know that personally, for you as a human being, we have to remember we're dealing with human beings. Yeah? Personally, for Brigitte Kruse, this is hell. This is hell. Very expensive. She could lose it all, couldn't she? If this all goes wrong and massive damages are awarded against Brigitte Kruse, this could finish Brigitte Kruse off, allegedly. Just an opinion. This is not nice. Brigitte Kruse has had personal problems because of all of this. This seriously affects the reputation of GWS auctions. Yeah? I think it's already done some damage. So when we were going for the dog walk, most of you were saying no one should win. Most of you were saying Brigitte Kruse should not win, Priscilla should not win, because they're both in the wrong. They both were greedy. Hands in the cookie jar, as Pat says. Emily was joining in. Quite a few of you were saying, I think Debbie was, quite a few were saying, there's no way these two people should win. Then eventually, as the conversation goes on, who was it that said it? Martha. Is Martha here? Martha says, she talks about it as if it's a crime, like a crime had been committed. Now, initially I thought, well, no, it's not a crime. This is like a civil money contractual type thing. It's all about money. But then I thought, well, actually, because we were walking together. I was walking in the beautiful sunshine. Today, the sunshine in the UK is beautiful. I'm going to do quite a few walks today. It's lovely. But anyway, my point is, guys, I did start thinking, well, actually, if Priscilla lost, no, wrong. Remember, Priscilla's claiming elder abuse. Priscilla is saying she got ripped off, tricked, yeah, by Brigitte Kruse and her associates. I think Kevin Affleck is her husband. Now, if Priscilla wins, then Brigitte could be liable for fraud. Isn't that correct, guys? Am I getting this right? If Priscilla wins and the judges say, yes, you were ripped off by Brigitte Kruse and her associates, this could go to fraud. This could be a criminal case. Am I right or wrong? Now, there is also another thing to think through, guys. If Brigitte Kruse wins, does Priscilla then have to honour the contracts? Obviously, we know about the contracts that were signed. There were many. If Priscilla wins, if Brigitte wins, does Priscilla then have to honour the contracts, or is there a compensation thing, a figure worked out between them? So say Brigitte wins, do they then come up with a figure that Priscilla owes Brigitte? Because those contracts that were signed were very serious contracts. I still say it now, guys, I can't believe that Priscilla signed all those contracts. It doesn't make any sense to me. There's no way she doesn't have dementia. I don't believe the elder abuse thing. I think it's bullshit. 100% I believe that Priscilla changed her mind. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, she did all the contracts. She was under a lot of pressure. She was facing difficulties, I think, with a possible massive tax bill. Her income had massively reduced. Brigitte was her friend. Obviously, they were auctioning items. We've all discussed these letters of recollection that Priscilla was allegedly drawing up for items that were being auctioned off at GWS auctions. That's just an opinion, by the way, not a fact. So they were friends for a while. I do believe that Brigitte loved the fact that she had become friends with such a famous person. Let's face it, Priscilla Presley, as Elvis's ex-wife, is one of the most famous people in the world. Yeah? Many people treat her like Elvis because they don't know the whole story, but they still run around kissing her ass, chasing her down the road. She's got pictures of Elvis and she's signing these pictures of Elvis, even though she's his divorcee and she was unfaithful to him more than once. It's crazy the way Priscilla is treated by the fans that just think that she has done nothing wrong, that she was a poor victim. It's ridiculous. It's so far from the truth. The public have been so gullible and fallen for the lies, the bullshit. It really bugs me. But that's why we're here defending Elvis. Anyway, this is my point. If Brigitte Kruse wins, will Priscilla have to honour the contract or give her a massive amount of compensation? If Priscilla wins, is Brigitte Kruse liable for fraud, a criminal conviction? It's a funny one, guys. Right, I want to read your comments. Now, this is going to be part 1 and part 2, guys. This is going to go on. This is a long... I don't like the videos to go more than an hour, but this is going to be a long, drawn-out few live streams. This is... Right, let's read your comments, because remember, we're Team Elvis, we're fans around the world, and we want to have our say. So when I came off that walk that we just had, the big thing that stood out to me was you all think, Elvis fans around the world, none of them should win. None of them should win. They both should pay back all the money. I think this is what Deborah said. Deborah, are you there? Deborah said all the money that was given to Priscilla from Riley Keough and the twins, because let's face it, the money that was given to Priscilla was Riley, Finley and Harper's. Should be paid back. Should be paid back to Riley, paid back to Finley and Harper. I agree with that. I think every penny Priscilla got from her grandkids, shame on her, and it all should be paid back to Riley. Danielle is her real name. I don't know if you know that, guys. Riley's real name, Riley Keough's real name is Danielle. So it all needs to get paid back to the twins and back to Riley. I know Riley doesn't need the money, but just on principle. Lisa Marie wanted all of her money, her inheritance, or everything. The trust, the insurance, whatever. You name it what you want. It belongs to her children, to Elvis's grandkids. Elvis would want the same thing. Elvis would want everything after poor Lisa Marie passed to go to his grandkids, to go to... Come on, Elvis, when he passed, wanted everything to go to Lisa Marie. Unfortunately for him, Priscilla Presley jumps in the middle. Vernon Presley has something to do with that. I felt that he had no choice. He was very unwell. He had to make quick decisions. She was the mother of Lisa. I feel that he had no choice, but it was a mistake. I actually blame Priscilla, this is my opinion, for the 85% being sold off of Elvis Presley Enterprises. I blame Priscilla, yeah, because she shouldn't have let it happen. I know that Lisa was involved in that decision, but Priscilla should have stopped it because she knew better. Yeah, it should never have happened. I also think the second divorce settlement, when Priscilla was demanding more money in this second divorce settlement that she wasn't even entitled to, she had to accuse Elvis of fraud, hiding his assets and stuff and income. I think that forced Elvis to sell his pre-1973 recording right. So Priscilla's done some damage, guys. So where I stand with it right now, and I think many of you agree with me, all that money needs to be paid back. Give it all back to Riley, Finney and Harper. Give them their money back. You're not entitled to any of it, Priscilla Presley. I don't hate you, but you need to do the right thing. This isn't a Hate Priscilla channel. We are defending Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. That's what we're doing. I fully support Riley, Finley and Harper. Yeah. So, and of course, we always will massively support Lisa Marie. So the bottom line is give the money back, get buried with your family, because stop saying Elvis is the love of your life. It's ridiculous. No one believes it anymore. Maybe the non-fans, maybe the fans that have not done any research believe it, but any fans that have done a few hours of research know that Elvis is not the love of your life. So you need to stop saying it. And be, come on, be buried with your mum and dad and Navarone. That's the right thing to do. Of course, you're not going to get buried next to your ex-husband that you were unfaithful to, that you divorced and ran off with Mike Stone, dragging Lisa Marie away from her father Elvis. Of course, you're not going to get buried next to him. Why would you be? Doesn't make any sense. I don't hate you, Priscilla, but you need to do the right thing. Right, and for you, Brigitte Kruse, I'm aiming this directly at you. You and Priscilla were up to no good together. You were in it for the money, for the money. This was always about money for both of you. It was never about Elvis's legacy. It was never about Elvis's grandkids, Lisa's children, and doing the right thing for them. This was about money, greed. You were both being greedy. You're now both being burnt. Both of you are being burnt by your greed. Just do the right thing on behalf of Elvis's grandkids, Lisa's children. Do the right thing for Lisa Marie. Give the money back. Accept wrongdoing. Behind the scenes, my advice to Brigitte and to Priscilla is drop everything and go away and get on with your lives, the pair of you. Priscilla, you go back to your world. Brigitte, you go back to your world. These lawsuits are just a waste of money and just making you both look silly, because the fans think both of you are in the wrong. The fans, I don't think, support either of you, because they just see greed. Greed at the expense of Elvis's grandkids, at the expense of Lisa Marie's wishes to give her inheritance to Lisa's kids, to her own children. The grandmother is not entitled to anything. She's the grandmum. No one gives the grandmother their inheritance. They give it to the children. It's very simple. And this is why you both look very greedy. I guarantee, Brigitte Kruse, I guarantee that you did get some kind of payment for helping Priscilla. Yeah? It's blood money. It's blood money. You're paying anything Priscilla gave you to help her with these different situations, with these contracts, with Riley, with the negotiating between Priscilla and Riley, is blood money. I know that sounds very harsh. Now, Brigitte, I actually quite like you. I think you're a nice person. Your greed has took over here. It's just my opinion. Everything I say on this show is just a discussion for entertainment purposes. That's just how I feel. Right, okay, let's go back through some of these comments. I'm going to have to go backwards, and I might have to come back part 2 on this, but let's have a look. Now, I'm trying to say this in a kind way. I want to be forgiving and loving and caring, but I also have to be blunt. It's not easy for me to speak in that way, Brigitte and Priscilla. I find it hard to be so close to the knuckle, but come on. There's wrongdoing here. There's wrongdoing here. Please look inside yourselves and do the right thing. Yeah? Connection to Elvis world early. She stalked once and doing things at Joe's Petito's house in the 80s. Anyway, Riley and Jaden been friends since the 90s. I'm going to go backwards on the comments, guys. Prissy would never give the money back. So greedy. That's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Let's have a look. She wants to be remembered. Yes, and I get that. Just Tony's comment. The reason she wants to be buried in the meditation garden is so that people will queue up and watch her grave forever. Let's face it, Elvis, Graceland and Elvis are going to be famous forever. It will always be one of the most visited attractions ever. Yeah? Priscilla wants to be part of that. She wants to be part of that. It's so obvious. Priscilla wants to be remembered for decades. And that is the real reason why she wants to be buried there. Isn't it, guys? I want to be a bit fair. Of course, Lisa's buried there, which is her daughter. Of course, Benjamin's buried there, her grandson. I won't ignore that, because that just would be wrong of me to ignore that. That is our little dilemma as fans. we can never get away from the fact that Priscilla is the mum and the grandmum. So this is our bit. This is our sort of nail in the. Do you know what I mean? We can't act like that isn't the case. I personally feel that Priscilla being buried with her parents and Navarone is the way to go because of all of the complications with everything. It's not. Some people may say it's none of my business. Well, it isn't. I'm just a fan. As a fan, that's how I feel. So Pat says, in my opinion, they both knew what they were doing and wanted to strip Lisa and the girls of everything. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they wanted to take. Actually, no. Do you know what? Do you know what, Pat? You've got a point. Let me just think this through. If Priscilla and Brigitte together were trying to renegotiate the deal so that it was reverted back to the original trust, which I think was 2010, then Pat's right. Because if it had got reverted to how it used to be, then it's true. Riley and Finley and Harper would have got nothing because then they would have had to have waited until Priscilla died. So Priscilla would have still been the head of the trust. Obviously, there's other people involved, but so Riley, Finley, and Harper would have had to wait until Priscilla died before they got anything. I think you're right, Pat. Pat, I think you just made a really good point. I never thought of that. That's very interesting. Grandchildren should be the world to you. I don't get Priscilla at all. I agree with you, Martha. That report of the donation is suspicious because the same article appeared saying various celebrities donated. It would be great. Let's have a look. I'm going through some real challenges at the moment. So, hi, Emma. I hope we all pray for you, Emma. Whenever something goes Priscilla's way, she sues. Yeah, I think that's true. How can you feel sorry for Brigitte Kruse because she was part of the lawsuit with Lisa's daughter and took 400 legal fees? Well, Brigitte Kruse didn't take the 400 legal fees. Brigitte Kruse did not take the 400 legal fees. That went to Priscilla. But I'll tell you why I feel sorry for Brigitte Kruse. Yeah, Jean, I think you may have been around when it was going on. When Brigitte Kruse first joined our show, it was quite a while ago, 8-10 months ago, she was very friendly. She was joining our show 2-3 times a week. She was talking with us. So we got to know her. We got to get a feeling for her as a human being. I think she has children. One of them she has to take care of. She's definitely a family woman. She really did pour her heart out to us when she was joining us at Team Albus. So I got to know the human. I got to get a feel for Brigitte Kruse, the human being. And that is why I feel sorry for her, because I got to know her. It isn't a stranger. It isn't someone I've never spoke to. That is all. Remember, I have a good heart, a kind heart. I'm naturally nice. I'm naturally kind. I have no hate in me. So it's that simple. The reason I feel sorry for her is because she's a human being and I got to know her. But she didn't get the legal fees. That went to Priscilla. So I think that's an honest answer as I can give you, Jean. Danielle, Riley is doing well. She just donated 5 million to build shelters for the homeless. She has the heart of her grandfather. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't even know about that. If you've got any details of it, please send it me. I'll have to look into Karen. So my priest told me to forgive and love people, but don't have to like everyone. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm the same. We forgive them, but we don't have to agree with what they've done, and we move on. We don't have to like them. I agree with that. Yeah, so Emma says, I will never understand a grandmother doing that to her children. It's disgusting. I agree. That would be the perfect outcome if they would give the money back to the girls where it belongs. Well said, Kate. Welcome, Kate. You're on time this time, Kate, okay? I'm just teasing. Karen has some connection to Elvis World. She talked. Right. So I want to try and just stay on topic, so otherwise I'm going to lose my train of thought. Pat, in my opinion, they both knew what they were doing and wanted to strip Lisa and her girls of everything. I think you're right, Pat. I think you're right. I'm still confused as to where Priscilla thinks she can be buried at Graceland. They would have to bust up the sidewalks and do major renovations unless they stick her in the fountain. Yeah, hi, Jamie. I agree. I want to do a whole live stream just on that. What Jamie has just mentioned about Priscilla being buried at Gracelands at the Meditation God, we're going to do a whole live stream on that. We're going to dedicate probably 2 or 3 videos to it as well. I forgot to tell you, I picked up Elvis' book in the store the other day, and when I opened it, it had Priscilla's autograph in it of all the people. Seriously? Oh, you could sell it to Priscilla. Yeah, but Emma, this is what makes me laugh. Emma, did it have a letter of authenticity? Did it have a letter of recollection to prove it was genuine? You get it? This is what Priscilla has been doing, isn't it? Her and Brigitte Kruse were selling items in the auction, allegedly, and Priscilla was writing letters of authenticity to add value to these items. Allegedly, just an opinion, not a fact, just a discussion on a YouTube channel. That's all we are. So let's have a look. It should go back to the girls. Thank you, Deborah. Oh, thanks, Luann. That's kind of you to say that. Yeah, Larry says, let the vultures fight amongst themselves over material items. Is that as well, isn't it, guys? Isn't that what it boils down to? These people are trying to maintain, you know, Priscilla and Brigitte Kruse, that a very expensive, wealthy lifestyle. Yeah, living like royalty, living like kings and queens, and that is what this is all about. That is what this is all about. Money, money, money. My brother-in-law has dyslexia as well. So oh, Emma, you know we all send you love. We all pray for Emma. We know Emma's really going through a tough time. Riley may have helped change Priscilla's mind. Might explain why Brigitte froze. Yeah, I see that, Frederick. That Priscilla was out for blood. Yeah, was trying to get everything. And then maybe when they were negotiating, it eventually got reduced to the $1 million and the 400 grand legal fees. I actually think Riley got a bargain. I've always said that. I actually think giving Priscilla $1 million to get rid of Priscilla was a bloody bargain for Riley and Finley and Harper, because she's outside of the bubble now. It's so clearly obvious that Priscilla Presley now really has nothing to do with Gracelands. I know she gets the 100 grand a year advisory fee, but come on, guys. Riley is outside the bubble. I mean, Priscilla is outside now. You may see her every now and then, but hardly ever. I still stand my ground. I still believe 100% that Priscilla was not supposed to walk into that book signing at Graceland when Nicole Richie was there, when Riley Keough was doing the book tour. Yeah, obviously for the book From Here to the Great Unknown. I still believe she was not supposed to go in the room. I also, yes, I've seen the pictures of Riley and Priscilla in the background behind Graceland. I still don't think she was supposed to be there. I'm not convinced that Riley and Priscilla are close. I think it's a very on-off relationship between Riley and Priscilla. I think they have their good days and bad days. You will never change the fact that Priscilla is the grandmum. You're never going to change that. Priscilla is the grandmum for Finley and Harper and for Riley. They grew up with Priscilla. Yeah? Remember that Priscilla is not our family. So we have strong views about Priscilla. But Priscilla is family to Riley, Finley and Harper. You get it? So it's different. How we see it and how they see it is different. Come on, guys. If I fell out with my grandmother or my mother, I would make up. That's what you do, innit? You fall out with your brother, sister, yeah, you make up. Yeah. So ultimately, Riley, Finney, and Harper are always going to make up with Priscilla. Whether we fans like that or not is irrelevant. They're family to each other. That's never going to change, guys. Do any of you have any recommended projects? So look, I seem to recall the trust says that the trustee can withhold payment if one of the beneficiaries is on drugs. Yeah, I remember that, Frederick. Right, okay. Sorry, this is going on much longer than I was expecting. It doesn't matter because I can come back for a part 2. I'm just checking your okay. Well, I think the scam about the charity and Riley, of course, she would do that, but the articles have been debunked. I think that's a scam about the charity. All right, you mean the 5 million? Yeah, I've not heard it. I've not heard. Frederick, what do you think? It wouldn't surprise me that Riley is generous like that. Obviously, Lisa did the Prospect Place. Is it Presley Place? Is that what it's called? Lisa was very generous. She was like her father. But I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. Frederick, what do you think? You know, I don't mean that in a negative way because I know Riley's got a beautiful heart. I haven't read it anywhere. Yes, yeah, so Priscilla uses the celebrity lawyer Marty Singer. I think he's represented some very famous people, hasn't he, Frederick? So Pat says, what's saying when Priscilla dies, she leaves everything to Navarone? But that can't happen because Priscilla doesn't have anything. Priscilla doesn't have anything. Yeah. So what's she going to leave him? Isn't there some? Let me just try and remember. There isn't one of the trusts. Frederick will tell me this. Doesn't one of the trusts leave 1/9 of things to Navarone? Is that an insurance thing? Maybe one of you let me know. One of you let me know because I don't know. I go by social media. It seems like family is quite at peace right now. The Lockwoods just went to Budapest for a week with Riley, was working on the move. Finley and Harbour seem to love it. Yeah, obviously, but not with Priscilla. Yeah? Okay, right. So, yeah, so guys, we've only got 10 minutes. I haven't even started yet. So I think what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to come back and do this. But I just want to say that this is a big deal. Yeah, this is a big deal. The judge has made a ruling. Yeah, I think, let me get it up. I want to go through everything. I want to go through the reading out of what the judge has decided. We're going to do this. I need a break and then I'm going to come back. But let's get the Facebook up and let's just read, if we can. Let's just read the first page and the last page. Yeah. Hopefully I've posted it on here. Even if I haven't, I can get it up, guys. Right, let's just read the first page and the last page of what has happened, the latest. This is what Frederick sent me. Frederick showed me how to do it. Let's have a look. Where are we? Because they're the ones that matter, aren't they? The first and last page are what matter. I have posted the whole thing on Defending Elvis Facebook page. We have a fantastic Defending Elvis Facebook page, guys. Really good. Right. Actually, I wonder if I can find it. Then I could. So just so you know, I just noticed Mindy Miller's here. Mindy Miller has been messaging me again today. She's so happy with us. She's definitely Team Elvis. She's brilliant. She's been talking to me. She had a brilliant birthday. It was her birthday yesterday as well. So obviously I thank all of you for the gifts and birthday wishes that you gave me. Right, let me just have a look if it's here. No, it's all right. It doesn't matter because I can just click on them. Is that the first one? Right, let me just quickly read that. Let's just check you guys can see it. Yep. So, order granting defendant's motion to stay proceedings, denying motions as moot. The matter came before the court for hearing on June the 24th, 2025 on defendant Priscilla Presley's motion to stay or in the alternate continue the 21st of July 2025 evidentiary hearing filed on May the 27th 2025 defendant motion to continue hearing. Defendant motion to continue hearing also implicates other motions noticed as fully briefed pursuant to business court proceedings and therefore ripe for ruling. Defendant Priscilla Presley's motion to stay proceedings filed on the 9th of May 2025. So that's, and then there's one more. See if it comes up. Now this is the important bit, yeah? I think. So if the judge has ordered this, the defendant motion to stay proceedings is granted. The case is stayed pending further order of the court. All pending discovery is, in this case, is suspended or previously scheduled hearings are cancelled. I repeat, all previously... Sorry, the dog's barking. All pending discovery in this case is suspended. All previously scheduled hearings are cancelled. Defending motion to compel, defending motion for protective order are denied as moot without prejudice to further consideration of them on the termination of stay. Defendant motion to continue hearing and defendant motion for oral argument denied as moot. The clerk of the court is directed. Oh. Sorry, 1 second. Yep. Right, leave her alone. Leave her alone. No. Right, you're not allowed to attack the postman. She just attacked the postman. Oh, sorry guys. She just attacked the postman. She just attacked the postman. She's so naughty. Right, I'm going to read that bit again. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me, guys. It wasn't another birthday gift. So I'm going to read this page again. I don't know if you could hear me because the dog was barking like crazy. The defendant motion to stay proceedings is granted. The case is stayed pending further order of the court. All pending discovery in this case is suspended. All previously scheduled hearings are cancelled. The defendant motion to compel and defendant motion for protective order are denied as moot without prejudice to further consideration of them. The termination of the stay. Defendant motion to continue hearing and defendant motion for the oral argument are denied as moot. The clerk of the court is directed administratively close this case until such time as the stay has terminated pursuant to further order of the court. Done and ordered. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, guys. I think we're going to stop and start because I want to carry on. I want you to listen to what we read out. Yeah. So guys, are we okay with stopping and starting? Yeah. So stop, start straight away. No gap. Is that okay? Are we okay to do that? Because I want to get this done. Yeah. So let me just check your comments. But this time, what we'll do, we'll listen to the court papers. Yeah, we'll listen to the court order. Are we all agreed? Yes, it was an irrevocable trust leaves Navra in one night. That basically it's the insurance. Yeah, I thought that. Thank you, Frederick. So are we all up for that? Are we all up for that? Stopping and starting. Yeah? Okay. Right. Guys, thank you for joining me. I love you. You're all great. I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm going to put the link straight up and we're going to carry on playing that video. It's going to be the video I made this morning that reads out the whole case.